Bible Talk Show 2019. I'm Minister Love, and I'm here with
Sandy from Source Outreach Ministries. Welcome, everyone.
Yes, and we are studying this year on what kind of heart do you have. And today we're going to talk about the proud heart. Oh boy, that one is very evident today in the world today.
Oh, yeah.
Just turn on Facebook, Twitter, all your social media, and you can see how many individuals display a proud heart. Sandy, how would you define a proud heart? How do we recognize the characteristics of an individual with that kind of heart? What is it?
I would think it's their ego.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Ego. It's all about them.
Mm-hmm.
They're on display.
Yes.
Yeah, they're up on a pedestal
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Right. And you know, a proud person has no sensitivity
Yeah.
because they're so into themselves.
Correct.
So they have no empathy, they have no sympathy because it's all about me. Mhm. They're callous in their thought process and their feelings. They have no satisfaction for the common good of the people.
No.
They're all for themselves. To self-elevate themselves
Right.
is what a proud person will do.
How you can serve them.
Yes.
Not how they're going to serve you, but what
Right.
can you do for them?
Right.
Otherwise, they don't want
That's
you
good.
around.
That's right.
They don't want you in their space.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely. And so let's take a look and let's identify this proud heart and where is it coming from. Let's take a look.
Okay.
We're going to be at Psalms 101. And Sandy, could you read for us verse 5?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoso privily slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that hath an high look and a proud heart will not I suffer. Wow.
Ooh, that's a big one, isn't it?
Whoa. That's telling it like it is.
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm not suffering, you will suffer before I suffer.
That's right.
And
That's
if you
right.
make me suffer, you'll suffer even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whoa.
And this is David speaking here. So David, now we have to remember what position David was. He was a king.
Right.
So being in that position of a king, David cannot tolerate people that want to be above him.
Oh no.
Because now you're threatening his kingdom.
Correct.
So David can tell. He says, what did he say? Whoso privately. So see, a person with a proud heart, he's not going to do his dirty deeds in the public,
No.
so to speak. He first got to do it secretly in the dark before he can come out publicly
Right.
with that. And so David is saying, okay, whatever you're doing privately, it really doesn't matter because he says what? Him will I cut off. If you slander your neighbor. And so David is saying, I will cut you off. And if you got a high look, David really don't like that. So now you got a high look about yourself, kind of like a peacock. You know how a peacock
Yeah.
is? You know, they
Good.
strut around, they
Right.
strut. You can't tell a peacock
That's
nothing.
Nothing.
And he got that high look. You know, with his feathers, shaking his feathers and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, you know he does, don't he? Yeah, a high look. And so a person like that, not only can you see the countenance that they have a high look, but their heart is what kind of heart? Well, how did David say they have? What kind of heart?
A proud heart.
So is David going to deal with people like that?
No. They cut you off so
He cut
fast.
you off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't do it. He can't suffer you with a proud heart because now you won't do what the king tell you to do.
Right. So behind the scenes, you might be obsolete.
There you
Be,
go.
Gone.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. You must bow to his needs
Right.
and his rules.
Mhm.
Otherwise, no. He's like you said, he'll cut you off.
He'll cut you off.
Yeah.
And David is in a authoritative position, just like God is in an authoritative position. If we continue as a nation, not just individual, but as we as a nation, if we exemplify that proud, me, we're not worried about nobody else, it's all us, guess what? God is not going to accept that.
Yeah, he'll cut us off.
He'll cut you off.
Yeah.
And you wonder why America is not being blessed.
Right.
Because we're too proud.
Right. Right. And our time is coming near.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's here right now.
Yeah.
It's at the doorstep.
Yeah.
It's knocking at the
We
door.
need to really wake up. That's why we've been saying for years now, wake
Wake
up,
up.
people. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up, America.
Yes.
Wake up, America.
Are you getting this, America?
Because if,
Wake
if
up.
America wakes up, maybe the world will start to wake up.
Because we're the leader, aren't we?
Yeah.
We should be the leader to start out.
Yeah.
But if we're wicked and if we're corrupt, then ain't nobody gonna follow us because if they do, they're gonna be wicked and corrupt too.
Correct. Correct. Because they're all looking at us. They're always looking at us.
Uh-huh.
They're always comparing us to our president. Always.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other countries.
And we as a nation got to be careful and not look to these other nations to try to emulate what they are doing. We don't want to be like them.
No.
We're different.
Sure are.
We've been chosen different by God.
That's right.
So this was good. So a proud heart, if David won't deal with it, surely God won't either.
No.
I don't believe God will either.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, let's go over to 1 Peter. Oh my God, we got some good scriptures. I wish I could share with you guys all of the scriptures we have, but we can only give you a couple. 1 Peter, chapter 5. And we are going to take a look at verse 5. I think that's what I want. Yeah, 1 Peter, chapter 5, and verse 5. Sandy, read that for us.
All right. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility for God.
What God do? What did God do? Finish it.
Resisteth the proud, and giveth grace
Ooh.
to the humble.
Did you see that?
Right.
Wait a minute. Now David,
That's saying a lot.
now David we just saw was a king. He didn't like the proud person
Right,
either.
right.
And so who here in this text don't like the proud?
God.
Oh my God. Did y'all see that?
Right.
God don't like people with a proud heart. He resists them.
Right.
That's why he tells us, Sandy and brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he will flee. Why? Because the devil is a proud
Right.
enemy.
That's
He's proud.
one of his main
Right.
characteristics.
That's right.
Right.
It was pride.
Right.
And what does the scripture say? Pride comes before a fall.
Right.
So if you're a proud person and your heart is full of pride, your fall is coming.
That's right.
It's coming.
Right. You can't be that 100% all of your life.
Mhm.
There will be a fall.
That's right.
There will be a fall.
And so let's take a look. Now there's two groups of people in this text. You got the first group that's proud. God resists them. But the second group, God says, now if you're humble, Carol, Sandy, brothers and sisters out there,
Right.
God said, you know what? I'm going to give you grace.
Right.
What?
That's right. And
Grace?
And we're living under grace right now.
Yes.
We're under the grace period right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
And but not the proud. No.
No,
not the proud.
only the humble.
Because the proud are, unfortunately, they're with Satan.
Yeah,
Because that's Satan's
Yeah.
characteristic.
that's right.
God,
That's right.
God does not have that.
Isn't that
characteristic.
something?
And
God resists the proud.
Right.
Wow. Wow. Woo! Don't put, that's why I tell y'all, don't put me on no pedestal. Don't want to be up high on no pedestal. I like to stay humble with
Humble.
God, because that's where you get your grace.
Right. That's right.
That's where grace comes in.
That's right.
But if we begin to think that we're more than what we are, now we have set ourselves up with a proud heart.
Yeah, and now we're no longer under God's grace.
Ooh,
and
yes.
and we're living in a lie.
That's right.
We're telling you a lie.
That's right.
You know, like some, you go to some ministries or churches, and they're not all that. They're not living under grace.
No.
They're
And-
telling you, give me money, give me this, I want to buy a car, I want a plane, I want this, I want that, da 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 da. You know,
Mhm.
and no, is that living in humble? Is that
No.
living in grace?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't think so. I
Mm-mm.
don't think so. It's just about them.
That's
It's
right.
about them. It's about them. All the millions and millions of dollars.
Mhm.
That's not, you have to kind of open your eyes and see what's real, what's true, and what's right.
That's right.
And then you go, oh, okay, I got it. I understand what Minister Love and Sandy is telling me. I
Mhm.
understand what proud means. You know?
Right.
Or movie stars that think they're all that.
That.
Or entertainers or singers, they think they're all that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
Mm-mm.
They're not. Just as a temporary time that they
Right.
have.
That's
And
right.
they will fall.
And they gonna fall.
They will fall either by an illness, a drug addiction, alcohol addiction, Nobody wants them anymore. They get too old. Your time is up.
Wait. Some old videos come back to haunt you.
Yeah. I mean, so many things that could all of a sudden
Right.
cut you off.
Cut you off. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you did that wickedness for so long, you never thought you would get caught.
Right.
Because of your pride
Right.
of who you are, where you live, how you dress, what you drive. Just because you think you are all that materialistic,
Right.
but you're bankrupt spiritually.
Right. And there's always someone above that's plotting against you.
That's right.
Always.
That's right.
Always. There's
That's
someone
right.
that's going to mess you up.
Wow. Oh, there's some good
Yeah.
stuff.
But if you stay humble,
Yes.
woo, so much
Woo.
easier.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Right. It's kind of like if we were to take our heart. Let's take our heart, brothers and sisters. Now, if the heart is down here in a humble position, we can keep the grace. But if we begin to say, God, I don't want your grace, and we want to now rise above, we now want to bring our heart up here because we don't need God no more. Now your heart, you have exalted your own heart into a prideful position.
Correct.
And eventually, you're going to fall.
Right. Because what goes up
Must come down.
Yes.
But what's already down can stay down because you're humble.
You're humble. You're humble. And good things come and manifest.
Yes.
And you find other humble people.
Yes.
Because proud people, they're pretty lonely.
Yes, they are.
Because nobody wants to be around them unless they want to get used to
Oh.
whatever. Eventually you're going to say, I had enough of this person.
And they get sick of their own kind of people.
Yeah, and they kick them out.
And they kick 'em out.
So they're always by themselves.
Right.
They're lonely. And they become eccentric. They become weird.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a disease that just
That's good.
manifests ugliness.
Wow.
And loneliness. And all the other characters that go with, if you studied with us about Satan last year, and all the other ugly spirits that can take over you. So there's just so much.
It is. This Bible is so rich.
Yes.
And Sandy, I have to just give them, we're going to give them a nugget. We're going to give y'all a little nugget.
Right.
Go to the next scripture. Take a look at verse 6. I'm going to read verse 6. This is good. Humble yourselves. In other words, it's my job to humble myself. It's not God's job to humble me.
No.
It's my job to humble myself. Look what he says. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. We're in verse 6. Under the mighty hand of God. That what? He may do what? Exalt you. When? In due time.
Right.
So if you stay humble, eventually, let God bring you up. Let God exalt you, not yourself.
Right.
Stay humble until God said, okay, Carol, Sandy, 2019, this is a year I'm about to exalt you ladies.
You will be upgraded.
Because we've been humble for 5 years.
Correct.
See, we've been working diligently for 5 years. This might just be the year God said, you know what? Let me go and bring those girls up. Let me bring those ministries up now.
But tell them what you mean by that. It's not that we're going to be all that.
No.
We're going to
get the
do
word out.
The word out.
More so now.
We're working for him more.
Yes.
We'll start to see what we're the return.
Yes.
The return on our work. Because sometimes you work and you don't see a lot of return.
Right.
Until all of a sudden, wow, it's like a waterfall of stuff going on and opportunities going on. But it's also still to work in the ministry and work for God.
Right.
But it has moved up. It has exalted. It
Yeah.
has upgraded. It has whatever you want to call it.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
It's just different. It's not that I got millions and millions of dollars more and I have all these 15 cars more.
No.
It's not material.
Not that. Not
growth.
material.
It's spiritual.
Yeah.
It's spiritual, and you see the result of your effort.
Yes.
You see the manifestation of others finding God, being humble, doing the same. It's like a duplication, on and on. That you see the return. That's the difference. That's the difference.
That's right.
And then you could sit back and say,
You know what, Sandy? It makes me think about when we first started the ministry. We started out on a conference call.
right.
And see, but God exalted us in due time. He took us to an internet radio station.
Right.
Then we was humbled there for a little while, for about a year. And then God moved us from the internet radio station to the website. Now we're doing the YouTube. See, in due time.
Right.
And he's doing the exalting, not you and me. But we just working. And before we know it, God done did something else. We like, what? We on the YouTube? We got a website? We doing events? What? And we were just working. Next thing we know, God put people in our path.
Right.
And we've been
Right.
exalted.
Opportunity when you least expect it. Someone comes in to help you.
Yes.
It's just quite amazing.
It really is.
You just never know
You
what
never
God's
know.
going to present to you when you're working for Him.
Because we are under His hand. The scripture says, humble yourselves under God's mighty hand. So don't be putting yourself under man. You know, I tell the ladies in my ministry, I'm just like them. I'm a student and a teacher, just like them. And God will do what God is going to do for all of us in His due time.
Right.
Hey, listen, this is a good one.
This
We
is
could go
good.
on. I think we gave y'all a little nuggets today. Y'all got some overtime today on this
Right.
lesson. This was good.
Yeah.
Because I do believe, Sandy, that this is the spirit that's operating in the world today. Not just America, but the whole globe
world. Yes.
is full of pride.
Yes.
And these nations are about to fall.
Yes.
They're about to fall.
Yes.
But in the moment that the pride fall, God will raise up the humble.
Right. You'll see a big change in life because
Oh, yeah.
because the prideful ones are in competition with who's falling first. And then eventually someone will fall, and that's going to be a ripple effect. It's going to be a ripple effect. We don't know what's going to happen, the outcome, whatever, only God knows. But it's going to be very interesting and possibly
Yes.
in our lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? God just giving me all these little nuggets, but I know we're gonna have to end. I know, but I got to say this one to you guys. One that God just put in my spirit is take a look at the new Congress that just came in.
Oh, brother.
The 116th Congress. Look how many women now are in Congress, and not just, but we got black women, Indian women, Asian women, and these women never would have been in Congress years and years ago, but God waited to this time to say, okay, now let me bring you in. Let me exalt you in. I've never seen so many women in
Right.
power like I am seeing today.
True.
Why? Because God got His hand
True.
behind these women.
Even over countries.
That's right.
running countries.
That's right.
Yeah, very
That's right.
interesting.
Men been doing it for so long. I guess God said, you know what? Let me bring the woman in
Right.
place.
They're not doing too good, so maybe,
Give the woman a try. Amen. All right, we're going to end right
All
there.
right.
This was good. I'm Minister Love right here at the Bible Talk Show. Don't want to miss us next week.
And Sandy from Source Outreach Ministries. We'll see you next week.